Hello, Dylan's, go backwards, Lexi. Dylan's going on a afternoon walk. It'll be sunset soon, probably.
Squirrel. You see the squirrels, Dylan?
He's nice and awake. As soon as you stood up today, he picked up his head. Right there, he's picking up his head. Good job, Dylan.
It's okay, I got it.
Look at you, Dylan. Good job. Your eyes are open. You're holding your head. You're doing great today.
Don't trip on that thing. It's down by your foot there.
I'm worried about me. Don't you trip. I'll be fine. All right. If anyone's going to go on a walk, let us know if you're walking with us today. I think I have to disconnect from your Wi-Fi, right? Okay, had to disconnect from Wi-Fi there. We should be good now. Hey, Dilly. Nice and awake and alert. Pick your head back up, bud. I like to be close, so it's kind of hard to do this and be close.
I know how this works.
Can you move his arms while you walk?
If you do too crazy, that's when you're tripping over. He does crazy stuff.
Dilly, pick your head back up, bud.
I got it. It's okay.
Should if I grandma or grandpa come with us. There you go, Dilly. I see your face. You're nice and determined and awake, huh? You nice and clear? Cleared across the road.
We did a fast walk across.
It's because cars around here don't tend to be the most patient, but that car did slow down for us, so. That was nice of them. So is anyone else out walking right now? It's a nice day. And in case anyone's wondering, no, we're not cold. It's a nice day. And when you do all this work, you get kind of warm. So they are not cold. Hi, Dylan. You're picking your head up again. Good job, bud. Oh, Jay said good morning, Dylan, from the Philippines. You're doing so good, Dylan. I think he loves this. I mean, he picks his head up and he's... Are you neurologically organized? That's the question. When Truett crawls to show us, like, he doesn't quite do it right either. We're like, maybe we should coordinate you. So what Josiah was saying he can't quite get right is when you walk, you should walk in a cross pattern, which means when you move your left leg, your right arm comes forward. And when you move your right leg, your left arm comes forward. That's a cross pattern, and that helps. That's a proper neurological organization that helps you with other things in life. So when we are walking with him, we're actually putting these reflexes into his brain, which we believe is why he has recently started crawling, because we have been doing the crawling thing with him for 7 years, plus we did it about 3 years before that when he was younger, and he never really started crawling on his own. But since we've started doing more of these walks, he's actually trying to crawl. I believe the reason for that is my understanding. Do you have that? I think you're a little, there you go. I think the reason for that is I believe Dylan's cortex is less injured than the pons, and crawling is something that the pons does. And walking is a cortex reflex. So when we are stimulating the cortex, if that's less injured for him, I believe it's making new pathways in which it's compensating and helping him to crawl. Whereas we've been stimulating the pons over and over and over and over again, but if the pons is so severely injured, it's not making those connections. So by walking, we're stimulating reflexes into the cortex, which then is allowing his brain to make new pathways and to make new connections, and is probably why he's been starting to crawl. Person's about to come out of their driveway, so do you want to... Oh, you can't lean on their mailbox, probably. So there was about a week and a half there where Dylan was not trying to crawl at all, and we hadn't been able to do any of these walks, and we started realizing that might be the connection. So we did a walk on Wednesday, and on Friday he started trying to crawl again. And like I said, he went about a week and a half without even attempting to crawl. So we really do think that these walks are helping him with the crawling, and then crawling, of course, would help him to get more strength and independence and everything like that. So we will continue doing these walks because they are actually really, really good for his brain, and I think he just really likes doing it and being upright and walking with Daddy. There goes, that beep was his grandmother taking his brother to work. So they were saying bye and waving.
He's working 5 till 11.
Yeah.
Closed session at,
Chick-fil-A. His brother works at Chick-fil-A. So Dylan's actually 17 and his brother is 16 and he works at Chick-fil-A. So he loves it. He loves to close and he loves working there. So they're taking a little break before we head back.
We're going to go up to the stop sign.
Oh, we're going to the stop sign? All right, so from here, he wants to go up there to the stop sign, and then we'll come back. So
Got nice color on some of these trees.
yeah, you can see the trees.
But still some really nice yellows. And
There's a nice yellow tree,
red.
a reddish tree. So
Wait,
cross pattern. Opposite hand and leg. Opposite hand and leg. Nope,
can't.
you're on homolateral.
I don't know how to do this.
This hand, that leg. Did you get it? There, I think you're getting it. There you go. That's it. Good. So we're organizing Josiah's brain at the same time. Good job, Dylan. Picking your head up again. So if you guys are watching, if you could put where you're watching from, I'll tell Dylan as we walk where people are watching from. So like I said, we have Jay watching from the Philippines, but anyone else want to put just their state or their country where they're walking from? What's that?
We're gonna rest.
A rest with the pretty trees. Daddy needs a rest.
It's just hard on the lower back. We gotta lower this down for just a second. Get some weight off my lower back so I can do this. Don't do that. That puts weight on my lower back.
Okay.
He's got to come down. We don't want him up. Up is what kills my back.
Okay. So they're going to take a little break. I'll show you some of the trees in our neighborhood that are really nice.
I'll go and sit on that wall down there.
The sunset is starting down there. So.
What's up?
Okay, back slowly. Don't want to spin you too fast. Okay, now they're ready to walk again. You ready, Dylan? There you go. You got it. You got the cross pattern. So, you had it. You got it again. It's weird though, like when I'm doing the helping him on the floor and stuff, like my brain does the same thing where it's like, wait, which arm, which leg? Why can't I get this? Good job, Dylan.
Because we did it.
Picking your head up again?
For a while, that's why.
Louisville. Someone's watching from Louisville. Thank you, Madison. Hold on, let me get a little faster. You're going a little faster than I would think.
We need to get to that well so I can sit.
So the wall we're going to take his a little seat on. We do know those neighbors. They're super nice people. So when he gets to their wall, he's just going to take a little seat there and rest a little bit before we walk back.
It's a little high right here. It's lower.
Oh, I about walked into the wall. See, here's the wall. They're going to walk to the other end and then take a little. Are you stopping here or later? Little second here. Okay.
I got to strengthen my back.
Whew, Dylan's nice and awake. You like it, don't you, Dilly? There you go. Look at you picking up your own head, too. That's awesome. Good job, bud. Good work. So,
Warm too. He's not too cold, even though it's only like 60 something out here.
he's warm? Yeah. So whenever we do these walks, we do take him off of like his food and water because that would just be too much to try to hold and keep on Josiah. But I do always travel with a towel and a suction machine. In case he coughs or anything, we can suction as we go. So we do have those.
You'll be able to see the other house from this corner that we used to live at.
Yeah, and we're walking down where we're going to stop at the stop sign was our old house where we lived for, was it 10 years? 9.5 years. So when we moved, it was actually like an eighth of a mile away, right?
A few blocks. We didn't start doing this until recently. When did we get this thing?
Well, I don't know. We had it a while ago, but we didn't realize just how valuable it was.
Adjust it right. It was really hard on my back at first.
And it also only comes with the waist strap, which Dylan is just too big to use just the waist strap. The part around Josiah's shoulders is a like golf bag thing that you would carry a golf bag on. So we just were looking online for what would work, and it worked, and then we could connect.
The weight to your shoulders instead of all your lower back.
Yeah, so if you do use an upsee with anybody, especially if they're a little bit bigger like Dylan, I would highly recommend that. 3 deer?
It's far away.
Oh, it's really far. I don't know if you can see them. Oh, they're there. They went quick.
3 big deer just across the street.
So anyways, if you do get one, an upsee, especially if you're using it with someone a little bigger like Dylan, definitely get a different harness to put the weight through your waist or through your shoulders.
It's going to be our new touch the line for a couple weeks.
Good job. And then see the wall's a little lower, and I'll just show you right over here. That house right over there with the orange lights, that was our old house for like 10 years. So we moved super close. The kids used to help us take things over and just walk.
Our new house is only 2 levels. This is a bi-level, so you have a lot of little half staircases.
Yeah, there were 3 half staircases in there, and we did have a lift for Dylan on 2 of them. But the layout of this house just makes a lot more sense where Dylan has his own area, like the kitchen area and stuff. So the nurses aren't always making his food like in my kitchen and stuff like that. We have a little more separation, which is nice.
You're ready to stand back up to go, aren't you, buddy?
Is he trying to stand?
Yeah.
He's like, Daddy, I don't need a break. Why do you? That's okay.
Yeah, we're bending our legs just a little bit, just for a little break, okay? I'm going to stand up and we're going to walk back in a minute. Just have to rest my back muscles, okay, buddy? Building up to this stop sign. That's going to be our new...
We made it to the stop sign.
That's going to be our new touch the line goal. Even if we're tired, we just keep going. Touch the line.
The nice thing is that your touch the line goal, you have a spot to rest. So that's really good.
Nice place to rest.
You would have to think of where your next goal would be where you could rest.
Wait till this guy passes us and then I'll get up
Okay. Someone's walking behind me here down the sidewalk, so once he gets by. And there's the moon up there. Doo-doo. So we do live on a pretty busy road here, as you can see. Is he ready?
He's ready to go.
He's ready. He's like, let's go.
Hey there, how are you?
Hi. All right, Dilly, you ready? You're walking home now. You gonna pick your head back up, bud? You're moving again.
So yeah, you can just tell them the company that makes this. I think it's
Firefly. Firefly makes the Upsy in the UK, and they say right on their website that a lot of times insurance will cover it. So if you do know somebody who could benefit from it, there you go. Definitely contact them and get them to help you with the insurance coverage. I think the device is around $700 or $800 currently in the US. So definitely try to go through your insurance, and they said most of the time it covers it. So, and Dylan is technically, if you're looking for size wise, Dylan is technically a little too tall and a little bit over the weight for it, but we've used it and it's perfectly fine for him. But if you're looking for other children, they would need to be smaller than Dylan. So.
What time is it?
It's 4:57.
4:57 Eastern Standard Time in Pennsylvania.
Come on, Dylan. Move that head, child.
Sun's
You can do it.
ready to set.
Oh, so I was saying earlier too about the cortex in the pawns. The reason I believe his cortex is better than his pawns is a lot of our like understanding and stuff comes from the cortex. And we've seen different things with Dylan when he has moments of like seizure clarity and stuff, where we ask him, for instance, we held up two pictures one time and somebody said, look at your sister. And he correctly looked at the picture of Hattie without her name or anything. Just look at your sister. And he did it.
He has understanding a lot.
Yeah, so he has a lot more understanding than what he can show. And a lot of the basic things that you would see somebody do in moving their body and everything is controlled by the pons. So if his pons is injured, he may not be able to do that, but that doesn't mean that his cortex is as badly injured and his understanding is a lot greater than we sometimes may realize. So that's just another thing too, when you see other brain injured people, just knowing that just because they can't do what we might call like low level neurological things does not mean that they don't have some higher understanding than what it seems like they do. So I think Dylan's a good example of that. We definitely know he understands more than he can show. And hopefully these walking times will continue to help his brain make new pathways and help him to be able to show more even than what he has been able to. So I don't know if you can tell the sun is starting to set a little bit in the background there. It's getting a little darker out here and the nice orange in the background. Good job, Dylan. Yeah, I'll be honest, like Dylan's never crawled as much as he had in those like 3 weeks.
Is this really patterns him while standing upright?
Right. So when he stopped trying over the last like week and a half, I got really nervous that he just wasn't going to do it anymore, because he never had done it that many times in a row. But after Josiah took him on a walk, and we only went to that first mailbox back there where we took the first little break, and that seemed to be enough to like reignite his brain. I don't know how to say it. But then the next time we put him on the ground and we didn't even put him on the ground, we put him on the table to start moving him like he's crawling, just to stimulate the brain. And after about 10 minutes of that, then he finally started to move. So we went on the ground and he ended up crawling 60 feet. He does 15 feet at a time, and then he takes at least a 10-minute break and he gets like a story And then we try again. So he did 60 feet then on Friday.
So this is the mailbox that we walked to Friday.
So we went that much further today. So that's awesome. Do you need a rest again?
A little rest at the 114 mailbox.
Just don't rest too hard on the mailbox.
Sitting down is a better rest anyway. All right, Dylan, let's do it.
He's picking his head up. He's ready. He's good to go. And for those who see, like, sometimes I wipe Dylan's mouth and stuff like that, he is on several medications to help with those secretions, but we are looking into doing some Botox for his salivary glands to see if that will help him with the secretions. Since going on a seizure medicine, that's gotten a little worse because it does make his body not handle those secretions as well. So.
And the little plastic harness straps when we pull them tight a couple days ago, one of them's cracked. But they have them on Amazon and they were a little bit heavier duty, so get a replacement. I think it's gonna work well.
We're almost there, Dylan. You're doing such a good job. You all right?
Yep.
All right. The other kids are texting me, can I eat something? So it's a good thing we're almost back. I gotta make dinner. Andrea said, hi, Dylan. Good job, buddy. Say thank you. I definitely think he's getting more used to it too as you do it. Like, he's doing so much better with his head than when you first started.
Yeah,
and I
no
think
need for a neck brace.
you're off again.
Yet.
You're not doing the right sides.
Right.
Cross pattern. There you go. Sidewalk curves a little there.
Dylan, I'm messing you up here. I can't believe how busy this road is.
I know, it is very busy. I'll show you too, because you can tell a little bit now. Josiah has our trees all nice and lit up. You can't see them quite as good. Yeah, it's not too dark, but he definitely has our trees very well lit. So let me know when you're ready to cross.
Cars.
Well, yes, I know, but my back is to the cars, so.
Keep coming.
If you need me to kind of stop the traffic, I can do that too.
After this.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, as you can see, we don't have a sidewalk on our side of the road at all. Like, this whole road just does not have a sidewalk on this side, so that's why we have to cross over and use the other side. Andrea said, you both are a perfect team. Should be very proud of yourselves. Well, we're very blessed that God has given us a lot of support and help, and we have a great team with Dylan, his nurses, his school team, all of that. Great family. Both our families are very supportive. They don't live close by, but they're all very supportive of Dylan and life with Dylan and everything.
Yeah, my grandpa from Texas are here.
And then my parents are coming from Ohio in a couple days to be with us for Thanksgiving, and we have some family coming from New York for Thanksgiving too, so. Madison said, hey, Dylan. Oh, there. Did you hear him? He tried to say hi. He said hi.
And he's getting tired. We're almost there.
You're almost there, bud. That was a long walk, huh? So he'll be ready to rest. Someone said this is good. Yes, it's good for his brain. It's good for his muscles, and it's good for like bone density for him to be weight bearing. It's good. It's good for his hips because when you crawl and you walk, you actually create the hip socket. And when Dylan was young, because he didn't crawl and walk, He did end up having to have surgery on both his hips where they cut both his femurs in half and put them back together at a different angle. And he still has the hardware in his hips from that surgery, because his one hip had actually come out of socket because without walking, the socket was not like created deep enough, basically. I'm not sure if I'm fully explaining that right. But this walking is good because it can help the hip and the ball and socket joint as well. So, cross pattern, cross.
Dogs are happy to see us. They can see us coming.
So we're just about to the front door, so we're gonna turn off the camera now. But thanks for going on a walk with us, everyone. We really appreciate it and hope you were encouraged by Dylan and just how he's holding his head. I don't know if you've seen any of our previous videos, but he's definitely holding his head a lot better today than he used to. So, goodbye.
Good evening, good day.
Say bye.
Good morning, afternoon, wherever you are.
Morning, afternoon, evening, something. Bye, everyone.